Sir,
Yes, tell me.
I just feel difficulty only in making that face proportion only difficult, sir. That nose, eyes. Except that we will take that face alone, some base model, and then we will do the whole body.
That is also like it's kind of same only. Like creating face also not very difficult. You just need to know the proportion, correct proportion, and based on your reference, you have to create that. So it's like you have to practice it like every day, at least 1 hour or 2 hour. You have to practice. Try to
Sir,
sculpt it. Yes.
can you open my files?
Yes, I'm checking those files. Don't worry. I'm just opening and checking those files.
Like we
Just
when we mask the neck and push it down, right?
hum.
It is creating some weird kind of line flow.
Okay, I'll just check. Just give me a second. I'll just check it.
Yes.
Uh, okay. This is Anshuman's file. Like this is like decently done. Decently done. So it's like we can obviously we can like polish it, but this is like I can see like he tried like try to blend this corners, edges. I can see that these things little bit more, slightly more smooth, and slightly it can reduce the thickness and clean this shape. So this is but this is decently done. We can polish this thing. So one thing like that Saturday guys not there. So one thing I haven't showed you guys. I'll show that like this leg. Sorry, this tail. Suppose I want to use this tail. I want to fix it here within ZBrush. There's a technique I can do it very easily directly in ZBrush and fix this tail. This like you can see this lumps and all this volume and this edge is not that clean. That is something we can like, just I can just create a basic model and fix it. So the technique is I'll just like select perspective is on. That's why. So whenever you're fixing something, make sure perspective is off. I'll select this center of one line and I'll switch off polypaint and white so that I can see my basic all selection. So then reduce the brush size, alt, increase slightly, alt, and deselect. I'm just selecting the center area. That's it. Mask, then deselect the mask. So now you can see I have just selected the center area. It's not perfect, but still it's fine. It will work. So what I have to do is first to like how to like so like suppose you have this kind of geometry, it's not clean. So how to clean it? So like all these things are already there in ZBrush. You can clean it very easily without going to Max or Maya, any software, and do it manually. You can directly fix it here. First thing you have to check that polygroup, Shift F, and check this entire thing is one polygroup. Then make the selection, press Control W. So what we'll do, it will create a separate polygroup for that selected area. So now you have a selected this polygroup, two separate polygroups. Then how to fix this thing, like how to clean this geometry topology and how to get this lines clean and sharp lines. Geometry, Z remeasure. You can see under Z remeasure there is an option called keep groups. Switch it on. Then it can all this like this curves. There's no curve. Nothing is there. Adaptive size basically depending upon size of it basically defines size of your polygons. Adapt and switch off, and poly count I can reduce. Like it's basically defines a one means 1000. So maybe 1000. I'll try remesh. So you can see undo this. You can see this poly group is uneven. It's not perfect and clean. So one is too less, like 2.5 something. It's uneven. If switched on this poly group, then I remesh it. it basically gives me a clean, sharp line. It's all clean. Then you can remesh 2 3 times. So if you remesh it 2 3 times, what will happen? It will give you really clean edges, and everything will become smooth. Then suppose now you want to select like, clean this geometry, like you make it flat or smooth. You can just select it and make it flat very easily. Shift F. Now you can see this tail and this edge, it's quite clean. So if I
So, but
go
they
back,
are not sharp, right?
no, that is we can do. Like at least now you got those edges. Now you got those edges perfectly. Now what you can do, if you want to sharpen it, press Control Shift and click on that surface. So now you can select it based on the poly group. Then mask it, Control Shift, click outside, deselect. Now you have this entire selection. Reverse it. You can make it this that volume. I reduce slightly. Then Shift F. Now you can see you have this corner. So now I can just fix this very easily, because now you have less polygon. BMV.
So, how you are reducing and increasing the brush?
Bracket, this bracket, you can see in my this bracket, like same in Photoshop. Brackets increase the brush size, decrease the brush size, right? Brackets, or you can just simply press space bar and increase or decrease from this. So now topology is clean. I have proper selection, and now I can just simply move it and create those edges very easily.
Well, if you want to make a flat, how?
Flat this surface,
Sides, suppose.
sides. So you can just simply select that. Control Shift, click on that. It will select this area. Like it's basically isolate that poly group particularly. Then Control click outside. That's what I did like just now. Then Control Shift click outside, deselect and reverse. Control click outside, reverse your selection. Then like your R. Then you can just simply same what we do in Max and Maya, na? Same thing. Resize in like this direction, your in Y direction, and squeeze it, make it flat. Or you can just have this selection. You can, top of this, you can just use some trim dynamics or something, because this part is selected. This part is already selection, so you're not going to affect this area. So you can just simply want to make it like flat. Use a bigger brush with bigger fall off. So it basically soften your edges. So you can see now it's almost flat. And now suppose after this you want to like increase the thickness or something, deselect everything, R, increase the thickness overall. So you have and then I'll dynamesh it, so it will all everything will be clean, or I can just simply remesh it once again. So I'll get clean topology. So it becomes like you can see this angles become clean. So I can similarly I can fix this angle, all the angles. And if I want, like if I suppose I want this angle really sharp and crisp, that is also can be done. I can use a pinch, BP sorry, BPI pinch brush. I guess I have a shortcut for, no, I don't have. So I can use that brush, pinch brush, and create a pinch here. Like I can create those pinch, those area. Then I can like use move brush. Where is my move? Move. So like initially maybe it's like when you start doing it, it might seems very intimidating. Like but once you start doing it, so it might seem intimidating, but once you start practicing, it becomes very easy. And this is the right way to do it, because by this you can save a lot of time going back and forth into one software to another software. You can do everything within ZBrush and fix everything, because this is how industry works. If you check anything on ArtStation, you can see most of the reference and most of the characters, most of the props and everything, they have a high poly, really good quality high poly with all the details, because they sculpt everything. Sorry. So they sculpt everything, so it becomes very easy. So try to practice that. This is the best practice you can do. And try to sculpt something every day, like small things. Try to get hold, because same thing like what you paint when you paint in Photoshop. You initially, when you started painting with a pen and tablet, it took a lot of time, right, to get the hang of this pen and tablet and all this thing. Exactly same thing, you need to get the hang get to understand this entire interface and how it works. And if you understand this, it will become very easy. It will become very easy for you to control it, and it will give you a like amazing result. So like this you can clean this surface. You can see I just did that side, so this surface looks clean. This surface looks a little bit wobbly. You can see you can clean this surface. Yeah. So like this you can clean. And this particular model looks kind of fine. Anshuman's like this file kind of looks fine. It's like it needs a little bit more polishing. And like materials are not correct. Like for skin, I use a skin material. Eyes, I have used toy plastic, because toy plastic gives you that glossy that effect. There's a material called toy plastic. This one, it basically gives you that reflective property. Like if I just click on eye, I'll show this one. So you can see it gives you that reflective property, and you get that reflection. So it looks like an eye basically. So I have used that material to, I guess Anshuman used a basic gray material, so that's why it looks a little bit dull. But otherwise overall it's fine. So it's like if you practice if you practice like a little bit more, you can do it very easily. And okay, there's some questions. Okay, so shall I submit my file after class? Okay, no problem, Yash. So start recording. Record started. I didn't know about applying material. I simply went. Okay, no problem. So like suppose you want to paint something, you can just change this material. And this is there are two things. You can see mRGB, RGB. mRGB is material and color. RGB is color basically, and M is material, stands for material. RGB is only color, M is only material. Suppose you have already applied this color, and now you want to change the material. So you can just select the material, go to and select M, switch off your all these things, and use a standard brush instead of any other brush. That will give you better result. solo, material selected, color doesn't matter because I'm not painting any color. You can see instantly it changed. It will retain its color, it will change it will paint the material only. So it becomes like this. And this eye color is not 100% black, so I can use a black color. Now I can switch off material and go to RGB, and like suppose I want to paint eyeball or something. See, I can paint that color directly, like two different colors. So you can paint the entire, all the colors, all tones, all materials, everything you can do it. If I want two different materials, that is also something I can do it.
Sir, for the body?
For the for the body, suppose you want to change the material, switch to M only. Color doesn't matter because I'm using only and only material. You can see I can change it like this. But for body, I'm not going to use this thing. For body, I'll be using skin. I'm painting only material. Similarly, for this also.
Yeah, that's why I was not getting this type of yellow color.
So because that shader, it's a property of a shader. So that particular, I have used a skin shader. So you have used a standard shader. So this is something you
Yes,
can
sir,
do it
yes.
later also. So don't worry about that. That is something like secondary. Get the shape correct. Color, so we can change anytime, and material also you can change anytime. So don't need to worry about those things. Those are like secondary things.
Okay, sir.
So you can see like it become bright, and you can paint everything clearly. And like after painting, also suppose you want to like change something, smooth also works. But I guess this is you did in this HDS. But HDS was really long back. I guess you forgot all this technique. I guess so. Is it? Yes. See, you can smooth it out. You can do blur and all those things. I guess like you forgot HDS those things. So don't. If you have any doubt, I'll clear all those things. So no problem. So you can paint material color. So that is secondary. Material colors are secondary, and you're like getting the shape correct is very important. This shape is almost correct. Only thing like little bit I can see. I can see this slightly this bland shape. Then if I see from it, these are like you see slightly not correct. Symmetry is on. I'll move it. So it's 3D. So check it from all the angles. Make
Yes,
sure
sir.
it's no. Make sure from all the angles it looks correct. So like this, you can fix it very easily. And Shift F, like and this is like whenever you create something like this, like before painting poly painting, you can z remesh it and fix the poly loops and all. There's no groups, nothing. Z remesh, it will give you proper. I guess you have done poly. It looks this z
Yes, I
remesh thing.
did for
You
everything.
did. Yeah, you did it for everything. Yes, I can see that. Yes. So like this, you can paint and add it. So otherwise, this looks fine. The only thing is like a little bit more polishing, slightly more polishing. Otherwise, looks fine. Okay,
Yes.
let's see. Rajaji. Rajaji did this. Yeah. So this is like you just started. So it looks like you just started, and like within like just 5 minutes you spent and send me this entire thing.
No, sir.
Like why like today is Wednesday, so we have 3 days. That's why I'm asking, you have to practice every day at least 1 hour or 2 hour, like just like from a 24 hours of time I'm asking for only 1 hour or 2 hour, that's it. Because without practice you cannot like, because even if you have a very good reference and all everything, it's all about practice, because this is something this will take some time to acquire those skills. So this is all about practice, because organic is something you cannot just create in one day. You have to practice every day, every single day. Like fine arts, like drawing, you have to practice every day to get those lines and paint and everything proper. This is exactly same thing. You have to practice every day. Make sure practice every day. So like this is not even close now. So like you have to fix.
Sure, on neck there were lines, right?
Hmm.
On the neck, where I extruded the neck part, right? Those,
Yeah,
how to fix those things?
fixed. This two
Yeah, how they fix?
gone. I just smoothed it. Shift and smooth.
Sure, I smooth, but even though they think that
This thing will go. So what you have to do first, you have to add the volume. Like forget about those things. First you have to add the volume and fix the shape. Like a skull shape. Like first you have to fix the like add all those shapes properly, make it proper. Lips is way too up. We have to bring it down. Eyes down. Forehead. This shape is very nice. This is very nice, and this is accurate, like perfect. Your skull is supposed to look like this from top, but from side and all, it's not correct. So those things you have to fix. Then BCB, clay buildup, reduce the brush size, jawline, define your jaw. That is something is missing. Jaw. Then there's a dent. Then you have mm, this connecting muscle. Then you have this connecting muscle. Then your Adam's apple, cavity,
move back.
shoulder. Yes, tell me.
Class banana.
You see, just adding. I'm just using clay buildup and adding those volumes. Dynamic again. So if you add those volumes and everything, those all those lines and extra lines and patches, everything will go. You just have to add those volume and everything in correct proportion. Move, shoulder, neck, clay buildup, shoulder your muscle, back plate, and whenever something like this is happening, it means you have to go to brush, no, not modifier, auto masking, and switch on backface mask. Okay, but it's not deselecting. Smooth it out. Des-
Sir, sometimes it is deforming the shape is by using clay builder.
Clay buildup. Sometimes it creates those holes or some other.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. So
It is going inside.
yes, yes. That going inside for that only, you have to go to brush, auto
Okay.
masking, and
Oh,
switch on your back face mask. That's what I did just now. So whenever you have those issues, switch on that, and then you can start building on top of that. Like you can see, this is like all these things are happening. So I just dynamicate it and fix those areas. Like you have to like this volume, this based on this head, this volume have to maintain, and that scale, proportion, move tool. Then you have your cheekbones, BCB. So I'm just, like you can see, I'm just adding those volumes and reducing those volumes. Cheekbones. Then you have this mouth. I just soften this part, this mouth area. It's outside. It should look like a skull. First, like add those basic volume. You got the basic structure right. There's a connecting muscle to fill that cavity. Is a triangle basically. It's a, like kind of this kind of triangle. And this like deformation should be subtle. And when you start working, make sure it's not in perspective. It's in orthographic. Then start with that. Then gradually move to perspective once you block out your this section. Again, sorry, BDS, damn standard. And it's like your lips is exactly in the center, nose and chin in the center. Blur it. I like maybe it's a closed eye or something. That is the we can later you can fix. Nose, hole, dynamic once again, dynamic once again. A subtle difference. A bit outside, nose, it will go slightly inside. Clay buildup, and then you can add your like based on your this structure. Na, you see. So I can create this thing. Like first, structure wise, correct it, then fix it. And for reference purpose, you can use this. If you are using 2020, you can use this. Or suppose you don't have 2020, what you can do is, I guess I have uploaded this reference. I'll just show you this one. I uploaded this reference as well. You can follow all these angles. This is like how our head structure is. So you can follow this and create it. And don't do anything without looking at reference, because referencing is very important. Because initially you have to use reference and create for each and every part. Even for, you can see this small lower eyelid, upper eyelid, all those volume, all those bulge you have to create. You can see there's a, this is triangular shape, there's a cube, this is a square shape, then there's another, you can see there's a big triangle here. So all those shape you have to like maintain. This is like basic structure of our head. So once you're done with that structure, then you can move and create, add more details. So like then I can add, use a like a cylinder, or I use a sphere and create those horn and dynamic shit. Fix everything. I can do that. So like first fix the structure. You can see. What happened? Why?
So sometimes it's happening like this, like a color is going off. If I change the material also, it's not affecting.
I just change the color. No material. No, you have to change the color. So you can see, you when you started, this shape is correct. So I can see the entire history. Then nose you started. This is a position for nose is wrong. It will start somewhere from. You can see it will start somewhere from middle of your eye and your ear. Like wherever your ear is, somewhere here in the center, it nose will start somewhere from here. So those proportions, just check that book I gave you. Just double check that book and use that. I did something. What happened? Oh, history is gone or what? History is gone. Arey yaar. I did something. I didn't save it. So like you can see this basic marking was correct. Nose should suppose to start from here and ends here. You started your nose somewhere from here. So this basic marking was correct. So make sure follow those rules and start from like wherever it's supposed to start, exact position, then end it here. Then you have lips here, and like landmark all those area and then create it. Like initially when you started it was correct, then you you messed up a little bit. So make sure practice it, do it twice, thrice, like so many times, then you can fix it. So practice, start with this thing. Oh, this entire part is gone. Oh, the history is gone, very bad. Okay, one second, just check. I should now have an Anirudh's file. Anirudh send me two files, one project, one polysphere. This thing, one. So I really don't know which reference you followed. Which one you followed? Setting Pikachu. So because in my reference folder this image is not there, and this looks a little bit quite different also. And I can see like he used this like a slice tool, a cut and slice. So you just he just cut those areas. This also works. This also works. Only thing is like it should like the shape. That shape, it should look like Pikachu. It's more of it looks like some bear or something. I don't know which character. If you remove this tail, you cannot. It looks like a rabbit. So so I don't know. Like make sure like it should look like a character, whatever you're creating. And structure wise also there's a problem. I can see one head, that's one body, two separate this thing, eyes, nose. The first day I showed you, like, create nose with a separate sub tool. Don't do it within your this model. So, but still you follow the same thing. You are not following exact guidelines, and this is something else. I don't know. And then one more file is there. Anirudh, Anshuman, that head. Head to, I guess we saw yesterday only. Same. See, it seems the same head. It's quite 120 MB. Oh, it's a project file. Okay, that's right. So this is same head like we saw yesterday. So I'll send you that that updated file. Then we have Nitin. Nitin there. Yes. Oh, it's tiny. And like whenever you have something like this, make sure scale is correct. It's really tiny. Front. And if you have suppose you are having problem like to understand ki, how big is this your model in this canvas, you can just simply zoom out your canvas and see this is your complete zoom. Under you can say documents, you have this zoom option. Then you can scale it and fit it within your canvas. Then based on that, create it. So it was really tiny, so make sure it's not that tiny. So right now you can see I have scaled it, but scaled it so much it's become so tiny. So the brush becomes so small. Yes, canvas size is big and brush size is really small. Okay, your file size is big basically. So this is like okay, this is initially okay, but still those shapes are not correct. You can see from side, like that book I forwarded you. Like, please check that book, and like while creating all the shapes, make sure you are following that book for your reference, for your proportion structure. In that book, everything is mentioned. Each and every proportion, shape, everything is mentioned. Follow that book because referencing is very important. And for because until unless you perfect your you learn those shape and it's in your reflex and you understand all the shapes, like with blindly don't do it. Like fix your shapes, all the shapes correctly. It's like better, but it's not perfect.
Sir,
Just tell me.
just can you show me how to make that nose from base? I feel difficulty in making nose.
To
I'm not getting.
okay, okay. So just give me a second. I'll just flatten this surface. Okay, surface is flat. So it's just it's start somewhere. It is from the center of your eye.
Sir, if
From
I
center.
just use clay buildup, I'm not getting perfect triangle.
No, but why? Like I say, I just drag two lines and adding more volume in this the base, slightly this, then BDS, like dam standard. Then once get the slightly volume, then use dam standard. Then you have this nostrils, dynamish. Oh, this is not dynamish. I'll simply dynamish it. BCB. I'll add some volume here. Base. Smooth this surface. And then like it's three different parts. The side nostril is a separate part. Center there's a ball. It's a separate part. And then you have this joint. Like one, two, three, and this four. Like four separate parts. Nose like, and you have to practice this thing like because I have practiced this thing so many times. So you have to practice it a lot of time. Then only you get this shape correctly. Yeah. So you can see like it's like I just created the basic, like just pulled it out slightly. Then I added those nostrils, and then I added those side volumes slightly. Then I smoothed this thing, so it's become you can see a little bit blurred. BDS stamp started once again, and then I'll refine this shape. It's like soften it slightly. So nose, and from side now you can just go and fix it. Once you get the like basic structure ready, then pull it outside. And now like there are lots of variation on nose shape. So what kind of nose you want to create, and that based on your reference, you can create that shape.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, how to mask? If I want to mask only nose part, how to mask that one?
You want to mask the nose part, so press
Only nose.
Control. So press Control
Okay, sir.
and paint it. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Right.
For reverse, how to make it?
Reverse. Press Control. Click outside. Array.
Okay, sir.
Array. One sec. Press Control. Click outside. It will reverse the selection.
Okay, sir.
You see. And if you want to remove it, just press Control, drag outside. It will go. You can see nose is done. Nose is quite clean. So like this, you can do it. And it's like this is something like that's what I'm saying. Like you have to practice it. If you don't practice, no matter what you do, you won't be able to do it. Because this is like this will take a lot of time, and it will take, because you need to get that understanding how to create it. You know the shape, you know the proportion, but how to create it on a sphere, on a model. So those things you need to develop. And until unless you practice, you won't be able to create it.
So,
Yes.
can you send me that book?
It's in
Anatomy book.
it's
It's
in
not.
it's not
It's not in the drive, sir.
Why? Just give me a second. I
Even the
uploaded.
Pikachu reference is also not there.
I uploaded everything. Just give me a second. I'll check. Who deleted this time?
It's just showing only video is available.
One sec. Class organic. Oh shit, yeah. My net. Yeah, again, my this electricity gone. My net is disconnected. Hello.
Sure, can.
My net again. My electricity gone. Net got disconnected. It's what to do. Just give me a second. I'll check it on my mobile. It should be there. Um, Google Drive. Okay, I'll cross check it and upload it once again. Upload if it's not there, upload it once again, and this time I'll remove all rights to modify it because it's been second time like somebody removed it, so I'll remove all the right, so nobody can edit anything. And now
Sir,
I'll
it is there in the drive, sir.
okay. I'll check. Then maybe for you that right is not there to check it, so I'll just cross check that.
Okay.
Okay, okay, my net is gone, so if computer I cannot access that, so I'll take that attendance quickly. Just give me a second. And for tomorrow, we'll start this with that base model, and top of that we'll build. But practice every day. Without practice, no matter what you do, you won't be able to do it. So practice that is something like that. The only thing I'm asking, if you don't practice, it will be very difficult to do it. And industry in industry, if you are a character modeler, you'll be highly priced, and they will give you you'll get more salary and all those stuff. So make sure do it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Arey yaar. My phone network also sucks. What happened to this? Okay, I'll check the log and update the attendance and cross check with you guys tomorrow. So uh, uh, please practice and go through with the book, and if it's not there, I'll re-upload it and send you the link. And practice. It's all about practice. So if you don't practice, it will be very difficult to do it. So please practice every day, at least a 1 hour, 2 hour, at least practice. Try to get those shapes, because it's all about like getting control over this brush and tool, and how to create those shape from nothing, from like a sphere, cylinder, or anything. So you need to know the shape and recreate. Try to use some sphere, just create a nose, or try to use a sphere, create a ear. Try to create a eye, only a eye, only a nose, only a ear, like that. Just try to create one part at a time. That will help.
So keeping for hands, we should keep a separate cylinder.
Yes, for hand it should keep a separate cylinder.
That only.
Uh,
Okay.
so I'll just try to create one eye, one nose, one ear. Take a sphere. In a sphere, just try to create one eye, just a eye. Forget about rest everything. Just to try to create a eye with proper correct shape and volume. In that book, there's this particular lesson in for eye, like how this eye structure is. You can see. Just try to follow that. Then you have this shape for lips, shape for nose. Just try to create a honest sphere. That's it. If you are able to do that, you can do it, rest every part, because getting facial feature is very most difficult. So if you can do one eye, one nose, one lip, you can do rest of the things very easily. Just try it out.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So I'll just check the log and update the attendance. And there's no internet, so I cannot do it on computer. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And if I find some reference or some tutorial, I'll forward those things as well, and cross check those things and follow. Try to follow, and until and unless you practice, you won't be able to come up with questions and problems. And I won't be able to clarify those things, and I won't be able to fix those things. So practice. It's all about practice. Please practice. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Yes, sir.